It is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Tuesday, the 13th of September. I'm Michael Groff. We still have some lingering moisture and dynamics in the atmosphere to talk about for today, so maybe some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms around portions of the state. What about our rain chances? And are we actually going to see that dry air move in? And does it mean it's the end of the monsoon? We'll talk about all of that and more momentarily here as we overlook the valley from atop South Mountain this morning. Scattered clouds out there. Not too bad, though. 79 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point at 57, relative humidity 48%. Little breeze from the east-southeast at 12 miles per hour, and the barometer is steady. Radar is pretty quiet across the state right now. Do have some scattered showers up there in portions of western and northern Nevada in association with a deepening low that way, and that will have some implications on our weather through the day we'll talk about momentarily. Satellite picture this morning, scattered clouds over southern Arizona, and even a couple of showers and storms firing up over the Baja. Watch warning map. Well, we have a wind advisory across portions of northern Arizona for today, up toward Coconino, Mojave, and northern La Paz County. Also in southern California. So could be some blowing dust out there on the I-10, I-8 corridors towards southern California, and maybe up on the I-40 corridor as well. We have fire danger concerns still across portions of Nevada and Utah and the Intermountain West. Some winter weather advisories still in portions of Wyoming, and frost and freeze warnings to talk about in portions of North Dakota as well as northern Minnesota. So autumn getting an early start there. And the convective outlook a little bit active today. We have a marginal risk of severe weather across portions of central and northeast Nevada. Don't see that too often, as well as central and northeastern Utah. And over lower Michigan, and in southeast Georgia, northeast Florida, around the Jacksonville area. Maybe an isolated tornado possible down that way today. Day 2, the marginal risk area, just a small sliver there up in portions of New England from about Boston toward Providence, maybe Portland, Maine, and on the marginal risk for tomorrow. Then day 3, Thursday, marginal risk of severe weather coming out to the plains here from about Dodge City, Garden City, Kansas, up toward North Platte and Kearney, Nebraska. Well, let's hit it. Here we go. The GFS, the 06Z run valid at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time this afternoon. There it is, that deepening low over portions of Nevada today and a trough over the southwest. Now, we have pretty dramatic height falls, big temperature drop in the atmosphere over southern Nevada, and that's going to help to really turn the winds more southerly across portions of Arizona today and import some more moisture. And with that low and those dynamics coming through and some stronger winds aloft, that may help to develop showers and thunderstorms across the state today. Now, for us, the southerly winds are also going to bring in warmer air aloft, so it's going to be hard to develop any storms here in the desert. So the best chances for storms will again be where you have rising air and forced rising air along the mountains, the Mogollon Rim, eastern Arizona, maybe up toward Flagstaff. But even then, showers and storms will be very short-lived, fairly low-topped. We're not talking about broad, severe weather issues. And maybe a little bit stronger will be our thunderstorms in northern Arizona, and certainly up into portions of Nevada and Utah, as you saw in the convective outlook earlier. But for us, we're talking about temperatures probably in the mid to upper 90s today, and rain chances mathematically not zero, but I'll just call it partly cloudy here in the Phoenix area for today. I can't rule out an isolated shower or storm, but again, it would be very isolated and very short-lived and probably not produce much rain here in the valley. But we just haven't quite scoured out that moisture yet. Now, as you see, the precipitable water values, they're still pretty high around here today. And the QPF numbers, as you see, we're not generating much rain here in the deserts, just to the east and just to our north. So if you're heading toward Globe or up toward Payson, maybe Flagstaff, and even in portions of northwest Arizona, up in Mojave County, maybe around Kingman or toward the Grand Canyon, you could see some rain up there today. But for us, it will be mainly dry. And by tomorrow, I promise you, that drier air is going to be coming on in as that area of low pressure shifts to the east and the trough axis moves through. We will turn the winds aloft much more westerly and northwesterly. And not only is it going to help to dry us out, but temperatures, especially in the overnight hours, are going to drop off substantially. Lows will get down into the lower 60s and away from the urban core to about the lower 70s here in the deserts. Thursday, the rain shifts into the central plains. We will remain quiet under northwesterly flow. Same for Friday. Highs all those days, roughly 92 to 96. Lows will mainly be in the lower 60s to lower 70s. All right, by Saturday, we have a cold front coming across the country from the Great Lakes to southern Kansas, northern Oklahoma, but we will remain dry. And the main reason for that is, well, we have more or less weak troughing across the southwest. The GFS has been trying to develop something of a closed low over Arizona or Southern California. Maybe that happens and maybe it doesn't. Whether or not it does, it really won't have much of an implication on our weather. It could pull a tiny bit of moisture into the state at that point, but we would still remain basically dry. Here's the precipitable water values for Saturday by the GFS. And again, you see there's just nothing for us there. We will be on the dry side. Sunday, same thing. And temperatures this weekend will probably be, once again, 93 to 97. Lows will be very comfortable. In fact, anytime after sunset, once that sun goes down with the drier air, temperatures will cool off dramatically. And by the morning hours, lower 60s to lower 70s. And here we go toward Monday. This is the 19th of September. And again, negative height anomalies over the southwest, maybe a closed low, maybe a trough, but either way you look at it, it doesn't make much of a difference. We'll still be dry with temperatures at or slightly below normal. We're talking 93 to 98, lows mid-60s to mid-70s. By Tuesday the 20th, that trough starts to lift off to the northeast, broad high pressure over the eastern Pacific, and a deep low over the Gulf of Alaska. By Wednesday, this is the 21st of September. We have a trough moving into the middle of the country. We're still on the western flank there. High pressure building in from the west, which will result in dry conditions, temperatures right about normal. The ensembles have been trying to bring us back up to around 100 degrees this period, the middle and latter portion of next week, and that may happen. We're not usually done with the 100-degree temperatures until about this time anyway, so it's not completely unrealistic. I know we were showing you cooler weather yesterday, and you're probably cursing my name at the idea of 100s coming back, but that's just a reality of Phoenix in September. It's still going to be warm in the daytime, and the nights start to get more comfortable as we get the monsoon moisture out of here. All right, this is the end of the forecast period. This is Thursday, the 22nd of September. And what we have here is high pressure still trying to build in off the Pacific, deep trough heading into the middle part of the country, and cooler autumn air spilling down that way, and high pressure right on the East Coast. Going into the land of make-believe here just a bit. This is a week from Friday, the 23rd of September. High pressure over Southern California, off into the Pacific there. We should remain dry in this pattern with west to northwesterly flow. But look, a tropical feature down there in the eastern Pacific. That's been advertised the last several runs. The tropics may start to get active. Don't think that's going to have any bearing on our weather. With high pressure off to our west, that would keep any tropical system well at bay. See, this is Saturday the 24th, and that feature moves a little bit further to the north toward the Baja, and by Sunday the 25th, even closer as it moves a bit further to the northwest. And again, we're off in the land of make-believe here. It's hard to say that that's even going to happen at all, but the models have been pretty consistent in keeping the tropics active. But with this kind of a pattern, again, that moisture just has very little chance of making it up here. Nevertheless, these patterns can change, and it's something that we'll keep an eye on. All the way out as far as we can go. This is a week, actually, this is 2 weeks from tomorrow, Wednesday, the 28th of September. And a pretty big trough over the east and high pressure over the west. That tropical feature moves to the northwest, weakens quite a bit, somewhere a few hundred miles west of the Baja. We would remain dry through most of the period, and you have to wonder if this is really the end of the 2016 monsoon season here in the southwest. Sure is looking that way. We're getting into a pretty big autumn pattern, but remind you that moisture can always make a big resurgence anytime this month, so we may not quite be done with it yet, especially with an active tropical season going on in the eastern Pacific. All right, I pulled these numbers off the European. This is through the period, and again, it does try to bring high temperatures back up to around 100 degrees or so by next week. Below temperatures should remain pretty comfortable. In the urban core, we're talking low 70s, maybe mid 70s. But away from there, mid 60s for overnight lows. Should be pretty pleasant. That's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Our next video posted tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you then.